Hello, my fellow gym members. It's time to lube up and build in the road next to the pumpkin house because we're going to be making a Brotherhood of Steel checkpoint. And I know what we need now, of course, and that's these chairs. Oh, yeah. What the fuck? No, you know, we're not using that shit. That shit shouldn't be in the game. Instead, let's start off by making a little cargo box that's been converted into an information booth. I'm going to be using the syncing merge, and I got this specific idea to sync this blank billboard down to use as a wall from a very much smaller channel. It's actually a Japanese YouTuber that I stumbled across one day when I was supposed to be sleeping, but instead I was scrolling YouTube until the endless hours of the morning. Anyway, because it's a Japanese YouTuber, and I know that I'm going to say the name wrong, I've asked Google to tell me exactly how it's said.
Ashiru.
Let's say that again for the kids at home.
Ashiru.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you. So I'm going to leave a link for their channel in the description. Go check them out. It looks like they're almost at 1,000 subs, which is incredible because when I first saw their channel, it was like around 300. So they've got some cool stuff over there. I don't speak Japanese, so, you know, there's a little bit of bummer there, but that's on me, I guess. I've been too busy trying to merge this foundation to learn other languages. But it takes a little while. Eventually, I feel like once the merging thing starts to work, after then it's smooth sailing. So basically, you're just standing on the corner, pulling it up as you're standing on it, and you kind of need to be on uneven ground for this to work, or sinky ground. It's really finicky, but it does work. Just keep trying. Eventually, something's going to happen, and usually what will happen is a lot of swearing, screaming, agitation. I don't know, something that'll make you happy, but I'm going to cut away. You don't need to watch me suffering, or do you? Here I have it sunk all the way down, and as you can see, we could have gotten it a little bit closer to the edge, but I don't really want to do it again, because you didn't see how long that took, because I deleted it, but, you know, the clip that I had there was about 70 minutes long. Let's burn this, put a little thing down here. When I say thing, of course, I'm referring to a foundation. Now, I know that some people want me to use descriptive words when I'm recording, and that's, you know, that's a weird thing to want me to do. So the thing is, you can't put me in a box, but I can build one. So that's what we're going to do right now. This is going to be like a little communications booth that will look like it's just like been set in the road, and I'm gonna put a temporary foundation here so that we can throw up a double wall and probably throw up, because let's think about this. The Brotherhood of Steel, you know, have taken control over basically our entire lives. We log on, we praise their name, we log off, we pray to them at night. And we say, oh, great and mighty Brotherhood of Steel. Could we please have some more Brotherhood of Steel content, by the way? Like, is it really enough? Has this been enough? I'm not sure. But, you know, a lot of people seem to like the Brotherhood of Steel, and that's fair. I do know that sometimes when my penis is feeling particularly small, I like to log on here and strap up into a suit of power armor and clunk around so that everyone will know just how big and powerful that I really am. And I know I've just alienated a bunch of you, and I do apologize. I'm assuming since you're following the channel or watching this still that you have a sense of humor and do understand sarcasm when you hear it. If that's not the case, Jeff, please leave your normal hateful comment, and I'll get back to you within 5 to 7 business years. Now, I could have obviously put that closer to the edge, but I can't be fucked, and that is because I'm too busy fucking myself thinking about the Brotherhood of Steel. Now let's make the actual building here, and what we're gonna do is just make double walls all the way around once the lag lets us, which again, 5 to 7 business years. That's a new business model I've just decided on, because I just wanted to sleep in a little bit longer, and that gives me ample time to do it. And what I'm going to put on this side of the building is some jail doorways. And that's because we're going to be making some burned stuff on that wall. But we'll do that later because we can't stack walls on top of burned walls. So we got to do the burning last. I'm going to put these, paparazzi, this in, and just let's pop these down just like that. As people start looting our stuff almost immediately, you can see he's looking for another set of power armor. You see, he's not feeling strong enough. And that's okay. You know, just crunch some more of that protein powder, and I'm sure within a few days you'll be feeling strong enough to get out there and show the wasteland who you're really made of. What? Who you're made of? What the fuck? Now, we're going to double wall these double walls on the top here, so that requires much burning. And if you do like the Brotherhood of Steel, at this point, you have already experienced quite a bit of burning. But that, of course, is more of like a, oh, burn, haha, roasted. And this is more of a burn the fucking house down. And please, why, just hurry up. People are getting bored. And just burn everything. What you're going to do is double wall all these up. And there is a trick. I can get 4 walls out of 1 flame. Watch this. Boom. Boom. Mastered it by the time I was finished. And now, you're going to want to go around and make sure you actually are doubling them on, and not just like putting them in the same spot. Because some of the double walls will inhabit the same space. So just check the edge to see where that broken piece is sitting. And put it on the other side. Like here, it's got to be facing that way. Because there's already one on the outside wall. It's fine though. Once you've doubled this, we'll be doing some more fun things. Like I was gonna go polish my shoes so that when the inspector comes by, I will be able to suck his dick a lot easier and with more efficiency. If you're wondering, I don't really like the Brotherhood of Steel that much. Not too much. Like, they're okay, you know, but just not my favorite. If you think that I just was, you know, maybe understating that a little bit, well, everyone is entitled to their own opinions, especially shitty ones. Let's get rid of this. Hello? Oh yeah, that's right. First, we're gonna have to rebuild everything. Let's go over here, repair all structures, and now that's fully doubled all the way around on the top. We can now get rid of this temporary thing that we put on the front overhang, go upstairs, and now you'll see these are all doubled, which will allow us to get rid of the outside on the middle strip here, because they're technically all being supported still, somehow, by some act of God. Now, this is fine. Let's get rid of these extra walls. They're not walls. Sorry. Sometimes I have a bit of a stroke. It's always mild when I'm building, and that's just the size of the game. And speaking of size, I think it's time to overcompensate. Where's my power armor suit? Where could it be? I'm feeling a little small today. I can't wait to go join the Brotherhood. Sorry. I do love the Brotherhood of Steel. Oh, yes. Delicious. I can only get so erect. It's getting painful. Oh, God. So I want to put on the sliding door, which of course you're going to want to put that on this thing first. But if you've gone this far and you've realized you haven't put it on yet, don't worry, you can always do it the hard way like I'm doing. And that will require a few extra steps. So if you want the sliding door, just do it first before you put all the other walls on the top and stuff. So the first step you're going to need to do is we need to get rid of all that shit, the upper floors and also the stairs in there in the front wall. Now, if we put a roof all the way across on the top, we will then be able to delete the upper floor in there because the roof will be holding those wall pieces up. But first we need a temporary stair on the back so that we can get rid of these stairs because they're holding everything up. But now we can get rid of these, and that's all we need really. And then the front walls we need to get rid of because in order to put the sliding door in, when you replace to the sliding door, it turns the sliding door sideways for no reason. So we're going to take our very favorite catwalks that we love so much, and let's just go delete what we just built and then put it back down. And yeah, do that. And now delete these foundation pieces because they're in the way. What we're trying to do basically is get a foundation, like if a foundation were aligned in that spot, and we would want a doorway off that. So first, let's go out a full half and then a quarter. So this and that. Nope. That. And then do the elbow piece. Hello, sir. There you go. That's really nice. We are the Brotherhood. Add vIcToRiAm. Oh, yes. Now, that's not enough because it needs to be a full directly in the middle. So what you're going to do is you're going to put basically 75% on each side with the elbow piece. You know what I'm saying. It's fine. It's English, just it's not good English. And now we can snap it downward like this. And once that's there, we're going to put an Atom Shop door in that. And that way when we replace that Atom Shop door and it does the inevitable turn it sideways, the door will be in the right position. So we'll put a temporary foundation down so that we can put a door in because we're not allowed to do that anymore. They don't trust us with our doors. We are very, very dangerous creatures when we have doors. And you can replace with a wall normally if you're just, getting rid of a doorway piece. But there's actually a much simpler way. Get rid of this, get rid of the foundation, and you can actually just, instead of like normally replacing the wall here with, let's put the floor in, because why not have ADHD in the middle of a perfectly good build video? And when I say perfectly good, I mean absolutely perfect, the picture of Jesus, because we are the Brotherhood of Steel. Oh, yes! I can just feel the self-righteousness bubbling up inside me. I haven't felt this good in a long time. Okay, see how it turns it sideways? That also breaks the connection, which means we can get rid of the doorway, and it's just there just fine. Oh, sorry, I'm just going to have to calm myself down a bit, because thinking about wearing this suit of armor, and everyone looking up at me for once, and not hating me, because I'm so small, and spaghetti armed, it's going to be so good. I feel powerful. Oh, yes! Sorry, that is definitely not PG. Let's throw the stairs back in. I've decided to put it on this side so it's not directly in front of the door. And let's throw the roof, the upper floors, I should say, back in. And you can't snap there, but you can snap in that corner. Makes sense, right? So then you can snap over that way. It's perfect. Everything works. It's just Bethesda's good and great. Now on this side, I've burned the outer wall here. But as you can see, there's a different burn texture. There's actually 3 different burn textures for the concrete wall. And I don't want this one. I'm looking for one specifically. And I think they're randomized. So there it is. So we have 2 different sized holes. Turn the inner one into a full jail wall. And now we have this broken wall look, but with different holes. So, and speaking of holes, the Brotherhood of Steel. Anyway, I wanted to put a porch, but I don't want lattice work. So I put down these farmable tiles first, and then I will just be jamming the contemporary porch directly on top of that. So the edges will be concrete, but we will still have a porch. and dirt, and it will give you a small seizure if you look at it too much because it's flickering around the edges, but like it's not really that big a deal. Now what you're gonna do is go to other settlements in the area and raid them and like destroy their property. Personally, if there's nothing to save the Brotherhood, like the Brotherhood of Steel can't really save you if there's nothing to save you from. So make sure you cause havoc. What I'm doing here is I'm just going to delete and get rid of, destroy this train station's roofs so that they can all be as wet as I am when I think about the prospect of going home to my Brotherhood of Steel settlement. Now they appreciate us because we saved them, and speaking of wet, let's put a little overhang here so no one gets dripped on when people are looking at our, when the rain comes, and let's just sink this down into the dirt. And this is sinky dirt here, that's why it can sink. And when you go too far, well, just go over here and put it on this. It's like an undo button, really, and then just pop it back up. Uno reverse, and this is the finished product. Oh my god, I'm gonna come into the camp right now and see what there is. And as you can see, there's crap. I used, they had broken down walls there, and I kind of expanded on that idea a bit. Over here they have this shit, and I added my own layer inside. I've got spotlights that are as bright as God's righteousness, but not quite as bright as the righteousness of the Brotherhood of Steel. Now back here, of course, we have the convoy that was down the street, and we're kind of tying that into everything. So I have these roadblocks, the barricades that kind of funnel you in. I've doubled up this barricade here by burning the wooden one and putting down the other one. And then, of course, we have over here the finished product of the, well, almost finished. First of all, that's invisible because it's fine. I burned it, so it doesn't remember. But before we go too far, I just want to go over real quick, like, see how the TVs don't turn on? Well, that's because you didn't hook up power. So what you're going to do is go to power connectors, and you're just going to put down a power conduit like this, and then attach it using whatever command is prompted on the bottom of your screen in whatever language your regional language is set to. Then you can attach that wire, and you will now have power on all your devices in that area. It's a really cool feature of the game. In case you're wondering, I do have to go into detail about this because I've had some confusion in the past where some people are unsure how that whole system works. And I just want to be crystal clear so that you guys can follow along at home. And I hope if you're taking notes, I wasn't going too fast. I don't like when people do that, but like you can always pause the video, sharpen your pencil a little bit. Back here, I built this barricade, snapping them together, and then I just attached the new concrete walls to that. I really like the texture of the Brotherhood of Steel walls. I do like the Brotherhood of Steel, as you know. They're very delicious to think about at night, and then let's head on inside into the door once I can open it because my heads-up display is turned off. And here is a workshop, which is like a shop that you would work in, and then you would like do your building fix things. Well, fixing the building of the fix, which you would want to build later. Let's head upstairs. Add vIcToRiAm. This is like a place where you can like heal yourself after you spend too much time at like a Brotherhood of Steel camp. And I don't want you to get it twisted. I love the... Please, just close. Fuck. Thank you. The Brotherhood of Steel, I really do. But just... they're just really good at it. They're a really good faction. I just wish we had more content about them, because we only have 700 quests that we have to do for them, and all of which are about consuming their phallic devices. But you can see them down there, kind of an aerial view of the whole camp. Very nice. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did, maybe more. I just want to thank you to all my patrons for your support. And if you guys enjoy what you see, consider hitting the like button. Maybe subscribe if you haven't already.
Super mutants are gonna think twice about messing with us again, right?
Add vIcToRiAm.